Olade Odulana lives in Iludun community in Okaro area of Ogun State. Though he owns the house, Olade has moved out with his family because the entire building is now flooded with wastewater which is discharged from Lagos-owned Adiyo Water Works sited in their community.
When we came to this community, there is nothing like this in this community. But although they have channeled their water through this community for a long time, but the wastewater is not much then, just a low volume. But since about 4 years, they have increased the volume of the water, their production. So they still dislodge into the nearby river. And the river is overflowing its banks. It's overflooded. The river is overflowing. It needs dredging. The river was dredged last 8 years ago, a year after former Governor Tunle Fashola became governor of Lagos State. That is when the river was dredged last. And since then, it was abandoned. And the water was keep on releasing flood of wastewater into the river without thinking of the welfare of the people living in the environment or in the community.
For Olade and other residents like him, their lives are simply in danger. Now we're now in front of House B13 in Iludun community, Okaro, here in Ogun State. Now, as it is with many other buildings within this community, the buildings have been submerged, some totally, some partially, into the waters. Now, we'll try to make entrance into this house to find out exactly what the residents have been complaining about. Now here at the door of the building, we can't go any further because the entire building is soaked with water from the sitting room to all the 3 rooms within this building. Damola Olade lives here with her parents. How does it feel living here? I asked.
Our government should give us house, or should take this water away from here.
Beside the danger of being drowned, living in such an environment filled with wastewater, no doubt, poses serious health risks for these young children. All right, now done with recording what is going on inside this building. We are set to leave, and it's difficult living this environment, but we have to leave. More worrisome is that the community remains flooded even during dry seasons. At this point, the wastewater cannot follow its course anymore because the river has been silted up over the years. The water then diverts into the community, causing untold havoc to the residents.
The water is not coming alone, but with mud. You understand? It's coming water with mud. So when we try to fill this church, our church, we fill it up to just 2-3 blocks. And the mud and water will come and we rise up again and we fill. And you can see the church that it has been shorter. There was a time I was inside, I slept. So there is one dangerous snakes that just came by, let's say, 10:30 to 11 p.m. So it was just that God that allowed me to escape. It is just God.
At times, it drove us away from our house. At times, it drove us. At times, when the water is too much, in the night, we come out for house because no water to come out. Not to, one house collapsed this morning. One house. So we beg the government and people in Nigeria to help us for this water here, so that to set us free from the bondage of this water, not to kill us, not to damage our children, not to make us a homeless.
Every day they used to fall inside that water, so some students they will wound. It's we that we are living nearby, that is living around there, that we will rush the student to hospital before we will call their parents.
You can see how the water is flowing now. Most of our children were all in at the mercy of this canal. It's only God that is really helping us.
I'm appealing to Lagos State government because they have a project, Plant 1 and 2. You know, these are the water works. This is where they purify their water. And this is what we call wastewater. This wastewater is what is disturbing our community. And then, you know, we've just spent over 300,000 to make a culvert there. And this thing has been disturbing us. And a lot of people, this thing have sacked from their different homes there.
The channel of water itself has become a death trap, as it is now deeper and getting wider by the day due to years of neglect. Many buildings here have been deserted by their occupants. The residents are particularly saddened by the fact that they don't get to drink from Adinyo Water Works, as it serves Lagos residents alone. But here they are, faced with the consequences of the wastewater discharged from the corporation.
This water they are not drinking here for this Ogun here. They are drinking it from Lagos State. They are using it for Lagos State. All the people for that place, when they want to clear that site, they are going to call all the thing inside the water. Carry it comes here.
Reacting, the Lagos Water Corporation, in a press statement signed by its Group Managing Director, Muminu Adekunle Badmus, said the agency is committed to the safety and well-being of host communities of its facilities, stating that efforts at remedying the situation has commenced with a comprehensive study of the environment. To many, this is just an epidemic waiting to happen unless government steps in to address the situation. After all, a stitching time saves 9.